I've been feeling so called to make this video recently because I feel like it's something that you desperately need to hear. It's something that I desperately needed to hear when I was holding myself back, when I was hesitating, when I was coming up with every single excuse in the book as to why I shouldn't start the thing that I wanted to start, as to why I shouldn't go further in my personal development journey, as to why I shouldn't start the YouTube channel, as to why I shouldn't offer digital products, as for why I wasn't good enough to do all of these things that I wanted to do. I think I've made every single excuse in the book. And at the end of the day, all of those excuses just come down to the limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, the fear, everything that we as humans face. All of us face it, and everything that we as humans need to overcome if we want to live a life that we are proud of, if we want to live a life that is spectacular, that fulfills us and makes us actually happy, not just a life that everybody else is living, not just a life that society wants you to live, not just a life that makes you conform into what everybody else is doing, a life that is actually yours and is actually something that you want to do. All of these things that come up that hold you back are challenges. All of them are challenges. All of them are adversities. All of them are things that you have to face. You must face your limiting beliefs. You must face your fears. You must face all of this self-doubt, because if you don't face it, you aren't going to be in a position to receive everything that you are meant to receive. You have to go through all of these challenges and all of these hardships and all of these things in order to become the person you're meant to be, to do the thing you're meant to do. The only reason that you're making these excuses is because it's uncomfortable and it's unknown and it's scary and you don't exactly know what's on the other side of it. And that's okay. And that makes sense. And it's okay to have fear come up, and it's okay to hold yourself back to a certain extent. It's okay. You have to give yourself grace for that, because you're stepping into a version of yourself that's completely new. You're stepping into a life that is going to challenge you. You're stepping into a life that's going to force you out of your comfort zone, out of the safety net that you've been living in for your entire life. The safety net that you're not happy with, but you've just become so content and so used to it and so scared to face those things that are going to put you into an uncomfortable situation. I don't remember where, but a while ago I saw something that said your excuses just gave someone else the opportunity. And I want to repeat it because I really want you to get this into your head. Your excuses just gave someone else the opportunity. The more that you sit back and you think about something and you think about doing something and you have concepts of a plan, the more likely it is that A, you're never going to do it because of the law of diminishing intent. The law of diminishing intent says that if you keep thinking about it and thinking about it, that fire, that spark, that motivation, that dopamine that you received when you first had that idea, gone. It's out the window. It's not even a thought anymore. Now this idea looks so much less appetizing. It looks so much less enticing. You really don't want to do it because now you have given all of the space for your limiting beliefs, your self-doubt, your fear, all of these excuses to come up and cloud your judgment and say, you know what, actually, this idea, I think it's probably not going to go well. I really don't think it's going to go well. I think it's going to be hard. I think that it's going to be a struggle. I think it might be embarrassing. We might fail. We probably just shouldn't do it anyways. You've given all of this space because you've just been making excuse after excuse after excuse. You've given all of this space for all of these limiting mindsets to pop up into your head. And you know what you do when those things pop up? You give them all of your attention. You feed them. You feed them endlessly. And they're fat and they're huge and they're taking up all of the space in your head, and it's the only thing that you can think about. It's the only thing you can think about. There is not one thought that says, well, what if it goes well? What if actually this is what we're meant to do? What if we can overcome every single thing that has ever gotten in our way? What if, what if it goes better than we could have ever expected it to go? Those thoughts are nowhere to be found, because all you're doing is giving yourself a confirmation bias and feeding the thoughts that say that you're not good enough, that you are not capable. Those thoughts that have been holding you back, those thoughts that have been your excuses for all of this time, all of these excuses are giving all of these other people the opportunity to make your dream a reality. Because when your dream comes into your mind, when your dream comes into your heart, when you have a vision, it's meant to come into the 3D reality. It is meant to happen. And God, the universe, whoever is saying, hey, hello, hey, this is for you to make happen. You have to do this. And if you're not going to do it, if you're going to come up with all these excuses, you're going to let your limiting beliefs win, You're going to put it off and put it off and put it off and be scared and let the fear come up. I'll give it to somebody else. I'll let somebody else do it. I don't need to make this dream happen through you. I wanted to. I was really hoping that I could, but I don't need to. I really don't. Do you want that to happen? Do you want that to happen? Do you want to receive this beautiful opportunity for this dream life that you have always wanted to live? Do you want to receive this beautiful opportunity for this purpose that you've always known you've had? And let fear take over? Let it stop you from ever actually going after that thing? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And it's going to be so upsetting if you go your whole life knowing that you had this opportunity and you passed it up because it was too uncomfortable. Because you didn't know what was going to be on the other side. Nobody knows what's on the other side. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. We're all just here doing our best. Nobody has any idea. Everybody just makes shit up as they go along. You want to be somebody who's like, I don't know what to do. It's scary. You're weak. You're weak, and you don't believe in yourself, and you don't believe that you're valuable, and you don't believe that you're capable. That's all that is. All that is your insecurities coming up. You don't think that you're worthy enough to chase after this dream. Those limiting beliefs, they have all of the power over you. You don't have any control over your own mind. You have no control over your actions. You're just letting that negative internal dialogue that, if you've watched any of my things before, are not your thoughts. They're not your thoughts. You're letting those control you. Those are from your teachers when you were younger, your peers when you were younger, your bullies. You're letting those people control you? Are you serious? Imagine. Think about one of your bullies, or think about one of your teachers that was really, really mean to you, or think about one of your childhood friends that was just not a good friend. Not a good friend. Think about them, right? They said that you weren't good enough. They said that you weren't a good friend. They said that you weren't smart enough. You would never amount to anything. You want to give those people power over your life? Are you serious? Doesn't that not sit right with you? Giving them the power? It's time to take your power back. It's time to take your power back. Listen to what you actually want and go out and pursue it. Yes, fear is going to come up. Yes, limiting beliefs are going to come up. You're not going to feed into them. You're going to persevere and push through all of the discomfort that's going to come up because you know that it's inevitable. You know that it's inevitable. It's going to happen. This is a place that you've never been in before, but you're going to push through it. Yes, it's confusing. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's overwhelming sometimes, but it's even worse if you never do any of it. It's even worse if you have this incredible dream in you and it just burns and burns and burns and burns and burns for your entire life because you have never given yourself the opportunity to pursue that dream. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. So truly, it is now or never. Aren't you sick of your own shit? Aren't you sick of doing the same thing day in and day out and not being fulfilled and feeling this deep burning desire that there's more to life than what you're doing? I know I was so sick of that. I was so sick of living the same life day in and day out and not honoring the fact that I knew that I wanted to help people. I knew it. I knew that I was meant for that, and I knew that I was going to be good at it. And that's not me being whatever the opposite of cocky. That's not me being cocky. That's me being honest and authentic with my true self. I just made all the excuses in the book. I said, you know what? I'm scared that people are going to think a certain type of way about me. I'm scared that it's not going to go well. I'm scared that I'll fail. I'm scared that I'll face limiting beliefs. I'm scared. It's uncomfortable. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what the path is. Nobody knows what they're doing. You figure it out along the way. Truly. I had no idea what I was doing when I started my YouTube channel. I had no idea what I was doing when I started offering coaching. I was like, me? Offering one-on-one coaching? Really? Who's going to want that? People want it because they see that I'm authentic. They see my passion. They see that I've gone through a journey and I've gotten from point A to point B or point A to point Z or whatever. I've made shit happen for myself, and I want to guide people in making that happen in their life as well. So that being said, first, if you want to book a call with me, I'm going to have my Calendly linked in the description. If you're ready to actually make shit happen with your life and stop making excuses and stop giving other people the opportunities that you have that you're too scared to face, like you are actually ready. Not you're kind of interested in it. No, you're ready. Book a call with me. And second, literally can never get away from landscapers in South Florida. I swear it's impossible. I love you guys to absolute pieces. I'm so happy that you came to my TED Talk today, and I think I'm going to be doing more of these. So if you like them, subscribe, like the video, Instagram, all the things, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon.